Hey there guys, welcome back. Today I wanted to update you on a new spring project that I'm going to attempt to do. So I was out here in the garden today. As you can see, I've got a couple new garden beds that I made, kind of decorative ones, a little more nice. Anyway, I was planting some of my seed starts in there, and I noticed a bunch of bees everywhere, and obviously that's a great thing. They're ready to pollinate. But I did notice some up by the eaves in my house, quite a few. So I blocked some of those openings up real quick, just hopefully that they won't, go in there and create a little hive in my house, which, I would love the hive. I just don't want it that close. So anyway, I did a quick little set of, Google searches, and I found the idea of making a bait trap or a bee trap or a hive trap, something like that, to capture a swarm of bees when they're out looking for a new home right now. And I'll show you what I've come up with. Several years ago, I actually built a top bar beehive just kind of on a whim out of just total scrap materials, and I put it on the back side of my property, several hundred feet from my house, and I've never done anything with it. So this was kind of the perfect opportunity to potentially fill it. So basically what I did a little research. I found that about a 30 to 40 liter size container was best to potentially capture a hive. So this is approximately 10.5 by 21 to 23. It's 23 exterior, about 21 interior dimensions, and then it's about 12.5 to 13 inches this direction. As a box to catch these bees. I have a 1-inch hole down here, and then basically what I've done is I made a little shelf, and oh yeah, the lid, I just used 3 fence boards, clad them to a piece of scrap, I think 3/8 inch piece of plywood, and then I added some of the little bars from my top bar beehive that I've never used, but because this is kind of on a whim, I just screwed in some wooden dowels and I rubbed them with a native honey that's been collected from here. Not sure if it's going to work, but basically my idea is that I'm going to get, hopefully, if I capture a swarm, they might start building comb on this, and then if any of these actually take, I'll take this down and I'll take them to my top bar beehive and I'll just transplant them. Hopefully the bees will adapt. I'll do a little bit more research, but that's kind of the plan as of right now. Like I said, I'm not a beekeeper. I'm sure there's going to be somebody who'll watch this as an expert and say I'm doing it totally wrong. But you know what? It's just something I've wanted to try. It's an opportunity, and hopefully there's going to be a part 2 of this where I'm going to show you that one of these guys took hold. So anyway, I made another one. And what I've done is I've added some drops of lemongrass oil on the inside. I heard that is potentially an attractant, along with the natural smells of honey, different things like that. So I built another one too. So I'm going to put one on the front side of my property, and I will put another one on the back side of my property to try to encompass all these bees that are going between my house and my garden. So again, this is the same premise, just a piece of plywood clad with the cedar fence boards, and then again I just did some bars with a wooden dowel screwed onto it. I normally probably would have done something different, but like I said, this was kind of a time is of the essence, shoot from the hip kind of project, and that's pretty much it. So maybe now I'll take you and just show you kind of what my top bar beehive looks like. It's totally out of scrap. Like I said, it was just a kind of a little quick project I did several years ago and never did anything with it. And then I've also got some 2x4s that I put up in some trees, kind of screwed them to the trees to give myself an area to hang these little bait traps or swarm traps. So as you know, if you're familiar with Arizona, we've got a lot of mesquite trees. They're not necessarily that tall. So I'm going to try to get them 8, 10, maybe 11 feet off the ground or so. And we'll see if I can actually catch something. So hold on one second. I'll take you to the top bar beehive, or my top bar hive, and then I'll hang these up, and hopefully maybe in a month or two I'll have an update video. Okay, so I realized from that last video I didn't really quite show you the interior, and this is basically the interior. Super simple construction. The blocks at the bottom are just to help hold on the plywood floor, but really what I did when I put the sides, all the walls together, I used these 2x3s and I recessed them just down just enough to where it'll give me plenty of room for my top bars with the dowels on them to sit on and kind of be recessed enough where I can still fit the lid on. So let me go throw these up in the tree. I may put like a bungee over this just to keep this lid. I mean, it's pretty secure, but you know, just in case of high winds, just to keep the lid on, but something I can take off easy in the event that hopefully I do get some bees in this. Here is the top bar beehive that I told you about. Like I said, I made this a few years ago just with some extra scrap lumber, and it's been aging back here on the backside of my property ever since. Right there I've got a little landing ramp, totally probably not necessary, but I had seen it when I built it. And then 3 little holes that I can use corks to plug up depending on, I guess, how many bees are coming and going. Like I said, I'm still learning about this, so let me show you the inside, and then we'll go hang up some boxes. Now that the top's off, you'll see the inner workings of it. It's really super basic, just like any other top bar beehive out there. The bars will go in this intersection, hopefully if they've got comb and honey on them. And then these dividers will be used to slide along and contract or expand the space as needed. But that's pretty much it. So let me go get these boxes hung up, and hopefully we'll be catching some bees.